So I'm Matthias Shapiro. I'm the lead dev for ShopSavvy for Windows Mobile or Windows Phone 7. ShopSavvy is a great little application, been around in Android and iPhone for a couple of years, and the user can take a phone and take a picture of a barcode, almost any barcode, and then they can get the prices online and even locally. So it's great for comparison shopping. If you've got something and you're wondering, well, is Best Buy really the best place to get this, or can I go across the street to Target? Just take a picture and it'll tell you, oh, by the way, over at Target it's 50 cents less.
So talk a little bit about big in Japan. Were they just in the iPhone business, just the Android business, or they want to run for all platforms?
Big in Japan started out. Well, ShopSavvy is the main product for Big in Japan, and that started out as a contest entrant when Android was first starting up, and they ended up winning one of Google's contests and got a good chunk of cash from that, and then used that to continue building for the iPhone and improving the Android platform. I think both of those are on versions 2 or 3, so it's a fairly mature application for both Android and for iPhone.
So let's go a little bit into then ShopSavvy, the main product.
Right.
To talk about ShopSavvy, what does it do?
ShopSavvy allows people to grab a product, take a picture of the barcode, or enter the barcode in, and then it will go out to the server, come back with a bunch of information of, well, you can find this product for such and such a price online, and then you can go directly to the website that's selling it for that price, or it'll tell you in the local area, if you don't want to wait for shipping, you can go to these retailers, and they will all have the product, and it sells for this much at this store and this much at that store. Okay. In addition to that, we pull down some online reviews, so you can get a quick glance at the application, and you can go to those reviews. Because it's on a phone, it gives you some of the extras that go along with that. And GPS will follow you and tell you, where you are specifically locally. Here are the stores. Here are directions to the stores. Here you can call the store, find out if it's in stock, that kind of thing.
How did you find? I mean, obviously you're familiar with the iPhone user controls. Mm-hmm. When you look at a user control like the tab control at the bottom, right, which is very popular in iPhone,
right, do
you automatically assume that's going to be a pano in Metro? So how do you make those decisions?
Usually we just kind of abstract it right back out. The tab control is a good way. It's a good guiding starting point for that kind of thing. To go down to the tab control and say, okay, we've got a tab control. How does that look in the pano? But one of the things that we're trying to keep in mind is that the Windows Phone theming is very simple theming. It's black, white, and a color. And what really gives it a lot of energy, ultimately, is the content. I think that's pretty exciting, because that means that whatever we're making, it's our content that people are looking at, not whatever Chrome we took however much time to make. But it does mean that in order to get the user really engaged in our application, we want to bring the content front and center. And so the iPhone tab brings the functionality front and center, whereas the panorama, I think, brings a lot more focus to the stuff that the user is interested in. And then the functionality is a way to get to more cool stuff.
So I guess you want to go ahead and show us your app?
We just pull a barcode there. I'm going to try to hold it as steady as possible. That ought to be okay, nice and crisp. And then it takes that barcode, decodes it, sends it to the server, and we have options. Where can we buy this? We can get it for 99 cents used at half.com. Or we could run across the street to Borders or Barnes & Noble, which are actually about half a mile away, and find those. So we'll just go ahead and load the map with those on them. Uses the GPS to find out where I am, zooms to it, and as soon as we get the Bing Maps loaded up, we'll see that we are in Chicago. And there's a Borders over there where we can buy this book. 0.4 miles away. We can call the store, see if they can pull it for us. We can get directions or browse to their website or show that deal to our friends. Or we could go to the Barnes & Noble. And we just have three stores nearby where we can find this this book. So back here, if we don't know what the book is like, we can see the reviews. Tapping on one of the reviews will take us to the full review online. And then if we really felt that we needed to get this book from Amazon, let's say, we could browse directly to the website. So, and it'll just pull that on up. So I'm going to back out of this since this is going to take too long. But if then we head back to our main page, we find that the item that we just scanned is now in our history. And now that it's in our history, we can go ahead and we don't have to scan it again. We can just tap there, and if we've gone somewhere else, home perhaps, we can find out where that object is close to home. So that is Shop Savvy in a nutshell.